My name is Rodonna Boyd. I am currently living in Virginia Beach, from Chicago originally. A pastor's child. We're raised in the church and we're taught as children that, you know, he holds the world in the palm of his hand. But when I looked around, all I saw was lack and people needing all the time. And I'm like, well, God, if you hold the world in the palm of your hand, why is it that a car is so hard, you know, for this pastor to get? Or why is it that this person, why is there always lack? That was a question that always nagged in my heart. It didn't make sense to me, but it's the only thing I saw. I had 5 siblings. My parents, we were all there in the house. We had a lot of love, just not necessarily a lot of no abundance.
So this lack, this always broke, did this carry over into your adult years?
You know, I made a lot of decisions that were not conducive for me to grow where I was, or I didn't have any idea about the concept of seed time and harvest. I tithed because we were always taught to tithe, but I always tithed based on, this is just what you do. And it wasn't until I read One Word from God Can Change Your Finances in Gloria Copeland, and there said, even from the tithe, everything that we do, God looks at our heart, and we should tithe from our heart.
And in 2005, you came to the DC convention. What was going on in your life at that time?
Struggle. Financial struggle, as it had been for so many years. And things, even that year, that was the year that I started listening to him in January, there was one thing that he said that stuck with me, and it was, you know, I don't care who you are, if you are struggling financially, you need to get to a mouthpiece that is teaching under the anointing of God this message of the gospel that will break you out. And even if you have to go and sleep on the porch of the church to get into the doors, you do it. Do what you need to do. And that sunk in. And when I found out he was coming to Virginia in November that year, I was like, I have to go. And when the time came, I didn't really have the money to do it. I didn't have the money to get a hotel. The place that I had secured to stay at fell through, but I was like, I don't care. I'm coming. I have to go and do whatever it takes.
What did it take for you to stay here and to be here?
It took me between the services, sitting in my car, eating chips or whatever, sleeping in the car at nighttime. But I didn't care. I was so hungry. I was like, God, if this is real, I have to have a change. I have to have a breakthrough. And it was like, that was the year. It's like it was a hard thing coming. I had enough gas to come and get back home. I had enough food to get little things to eat, you know, between the services. I wasn't gonna starve to death. And God protected me. I got a word that changed my life. And I'm so grateful to God and for the gift that he sent to the body through Kenneth and Gloria Copeland.
After that first convention, Rodonna returned home expecting her harvest. And indeed, the blessings began to pour out, beginning with her job in advertising sales, as she continued to receive a steady increase of income.
But it was somewhere between $20,000 and $25,000 increase, you know, the first year. I was back again the next November. Same thing happened. From that November to the following end of the year, another $20,000, $25,000 increase. It's like 3 years in a row. This is my 4th year here. And every year, it's just like the same thing. I'm like, God, you know, and it's not about money. That's not it. It's just the revelation. I got the revelation, and I want to be a kingdom financier. So now that I have this revelation and I'm exercising my faith in these small things, a house, that's material. What's the bigger thing is, okay, they're impacting all these souls. Now I can send a check for this and help that, you know, and I can help my church to build a transitional home where I want to finance the kingdom. I want to help be the one to write the check to get souls. And no matter what happens financially, I get it. And it's because of the rehearsing of this anointed word that continues to go in you, and over time you're exercising your faith, and then you're just different on the inside. And the blessing is on me regardless of what things look like. And if it looks bad today, it's gonna turn around tomorrow because it has to. Because it has to, the blessing is on me. I'm single with no kids, 5-bedroom home, 3,400 square feet on 15,000 square feet of land, top of the line, everything in there. And it wasn't because my credit was so good or even my finances, but God, I'm in the house. there is nothing impossible for God. That the thing that nagged me for so many years, God had the answer for me. And he said, if you seek, you will find. If you knock, the door will be open. If you ask, and I was hungry for so many years. And finally, I got the answer. And it was in a revelation. And it came really from these mouthpieces and the gifts that God sent into the body. And now that I got it, I'm not going back. And I'm going to be blessed to be a blessing. And other people will be blessed because I got the revelation now. And I'm not going to let other people go down the road. If they want to hear it, listen, God can bring you out of this no matter how long, no matter how hard. God will do what he said he will do. He cannot lie. His word is eternal. It's steadfast. It doesn't change. So you hop on that boat and you just stay with that. It's gonna take you to where you need to go. And that's where I am now. No more bondage. No more bondage.